offers up any change in the end result.
Jumping on to Nuke, the 1-in-1 match. Winner here gets an opportunity for a qualification to Rio to get themselves ever closer and realize their dreams. paiN Gaming versus Nouns is Fine Cole, Exner McHenry on the call. It's Nouns who have to start off on this T side, however, and they're looking to group up towards Squeaky in a bit of a burst out towards this A side. Gap in that mini smoke, though. Big Yzera looking to maybe take advantage of it, but no, it's actually 4 players down the vents. Is Big Yzera going to chase? He will not, and instead it's access to the B site granted on over. Hard Zao, though, great shot on the B wheels, but it goes back and forth as Zevi does fall on the back end. 4 versus 4 as the bomb gets planted.
We'll try and pull this one back, though. A couple of good post-plant positions offered up, though, from Nouns. They're really looking to lock things down, and they even have to wait for this flank to activate coming through from Cynic. He might have to pull the pin on this.
Oh, Hard Zao now wrapping the site, though. It could be faster than faster, but no, Cynic arrives in time. Finds a double, finds a triple kill on his own, and that's Nouns picking up the pistol.
About as good as can be right there. Again, they're just waiting for Cynic to activate on that flank, and when he's finally able to strike, he nails 3 kills. That is perfection right there. A game plan that went to a T for Nouns.
Wow. I mean, dude, 3 kills on his own for Cynic. He's a bit of a lurking Larry, to say, for that matter. But sometimes he gets caught out of position. Sometimes he's so far behind the pack, but it's incredible to see him get active that early. And now we see this Deagle Force coming up for paiN. It's not going to be pretty. Already, though, I'm liking that game plan there from Nouns.
Yeah, it's a great call right there, Cynic. Again, we're looking to him to kind of call up a storm at the moment versus this paiN Gaming roster. Has some familiarity in the matchup, so he can use that to his own strength here. We'll see. Just a very passive lobby default. They're making sure that no early aggression takes place, but in the meantime, I mean, paiN are playing a rather patient game themselves. A lot of deagles picked up. They're looking to take those close range angles. Got an MP9 to hold off this ramp room here, and we'll see how much time they can buy off this clock here.
Yeah, maybe trying to siphon extra smoke or something out of the paint belt, but instead it'll be a deagle headshot. Goodbye, Cynic. The first bullet fired. And Cynic annihilated.
Now he gets a call from the sidelines here, apparently. Beautiful shot. Offered up from Bigu. And that's going to set a lot of hesitation in Nouns here. 30 seconds left. They have to pull off this A-execute, but there's a lot of presence here at the moment.
There's 3 here. There are 3 players here. Smoking towards midi is good, but what can Skulls do? Almost landing the headshot. Multiple players swing, though, and he will fall. Bigu, gap in the smoke. Gap in the smoke. He will find the kill on a 60. Problems. Many of them, as there's still 2 players on the site. Zevi and PKL could put this together for paiN. 10 seconds remaining. Will they clear out Zevi? They won't. And can he stop the plant? He can't. It'll just end by elimination. Nouns salvage themselves.
Oh, man. They gave themselves no time for anything to go wrong, but everything goes right in the 3-on-3 on the bomb site right there. That's beautiful clock management and everyone covering the bomb planter right there. Things could have gotten real chaotic if it wasn't for the coverage.
Dang. That was a very, very scary round. Already on the edge of your seat, and it's only round 3. Love to see it here, Cole.
Yeah, absolutely electric so far. Again, that's kind of what we expected out of this matchup. We knew it was going to be a good one, and we're getting that in the early days here. Again, if you're paiN Gaming, though, you want to get off to a good start, and I can't say that they've got that right now, obviously, early on. But if Nouns can build up any sort of comfort, that'll be a good sign here. Nice HE landed from 60. Just buy time to stay alive. It's going to allow Cynic to mop up.
Calling the big guns here. Calling the MAC-10.
Oh, yeah.
I don't actually want to lose too many guns. If paiN get like 2 kills here, I'd be more than happy with this. Hard Zao, yeah, I was about to say, I think Hard Zao's shadow can be seen. He can't see his own shadow because Counter-Strike, but everyone else can see his shadow.
It's like the Groundhog's Day.
Yeah, this is yeah. They base this off. They base the source engine off of Groundhog Day for sure.
If you can see your own shadow, then paiN Gaming lose the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, or something like that. That's an interesting Groundhog Day. It is October 6th.
You know, it's a weird celebration. I feel like we went really hard on Groundhog's Day in elementary school.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, that was the hype. That was the rave. But I think Groundhog Day fell off.
Really
No
did.
cap.
Fell off big time. Just like Cirque on Nuke. We fell off the rafters.
You fell off the rafters. Yes, yes.
Actually had a good game on Nuke.
He had a great game. It was like 25 and 13 or something
Yeah.
like that. Either way, let's hold on to that thought as his first gun round time here on Nuke. And Biggie's Era having some early success out here towards Mini. Good to have it on this rifle round. But it's only one of the MAC 10s at George that hits the floor. Not the biggest of deals. Just yet. And Nouns in 4v5s are like, I don't know, they're just a different beast.
Yeah, well, something that was said to me by an opper, rather a rifler, from Sweden. He said that when NA teams, specifically Nouns he was referring to, do lose the advantage, they love to go for individual duels. And that actually is quite tricky for a lot of teams to deal with, right? The kind of sporadic aggression throughout the map that Nouns go for in these man disadvantages. It can catch you off guard, and that's why I think they're so strong, because they also have the individuals that can open things back up.
And you can see that B-Wills and 60 are grouping up together, and if PKL sticks around for too long, it could get punished. Spamming that smoke, and there you go. There's the individual fight where Jazzpimp just wins it straight up onto Biggie's Era. It's starting to pull the strings now, as PKL has to focus on outside and Squeaky, and Jazzpimp is just being such a problem for this defense. Hey, surprise! Oh my gosh, that's the worst kind of jump scare! Oh my word! But still, it might not pay off. They need to get down the vents or find access to a site fast, and Zevi is going to snipe them down. That was one of the worst jump scares I've had in a long time there, Cole. Hey, we'll get the round.
He gets the same fate there. A little jump scare from Hardzao.
Oh my.
Seems like they had a great idea to claw things back, but then in the post, they do struggle to maintain a little bit of composure. They kind of split themselves up, maybe a couple different ideas there towards the tail, and nonetheless, though, Nouns making a 4v5 deficit on the bonus a bit scary.
That was scary. But anyways, yeah, even the bonus buy looked terrifying from the 45 position. Jazzpimp was able to make so much space. It's just the A site was difficult to crack there for Nouns with Zevi in position. So no harm, no foul, but this is the real meaningful round, as it's the full purchase here for the Americans. They are fully American, by the way, so it's no Canadian fakery here.
Good stuff. Good catch right there.
USA, USA.
So we were chanting. That's for sure here. Nouns looking to recover here. Now, this isn't a bonus any longer. This is a full investment. A bit of utility. And 60 just plucks Bigu out of the smoke. Might have heard some footsteps there to really trigger that spam as well. So Bigu just giving over a big opening pick at the moment. He's going to spread that A side then.
He loves going for the fight, man. And 60's like, okay, I'll just take that. Rips it right from him. Still just oozing confidence here for Nouns. And outside, cross will be established. Zevi, is there a gap in that smoke? He'll take a pot shot. Comes close, but does not connect. And now all of Nouns are down secret, and no one's in position to rotate here, Cole.
Yeah, they're going to have to really rely on Hardzao. But wait, hold that thought. They could make a move up the vents here. Actually, Buell's just cutting off rotations.
Zevi is also here, though. Things can get dangerous with so little time remaining. Is there a smoke to allow the cross? Well, how about the frag? Is the bomb going to hit the floor? Does. Skulls get the double. And they're going to stop the round here. 60, does he have time to plant? He does not. And it's paiN who will pick it up in the 4v5.
Man, that was looking so good for Nouns as well, right?
They didn't have a smoke.
Into so much presence. Yeah, they needed that smoke to cross out towards the single door. You can see Zevi, he really took his time on this shot, and credit to him, right? That kill completely draws attention away from Skulls and allows him to step up for another 1-2 punch there. The rotations came in just in time, and some slight hesitation in Nouns' offense right there really sends them spiraling.
And timeout being rolled out very early on. I think there's just some mismanagement of utility. If they had that one smoke, that would have been a clean B site. But it got very messy. Rotations were allowed to come on through, and it wasn't as methodical as the Nouns would have liked. So they'll restructure.
You love to see him kind of talking in the background there as well. Just kind of stamping some of that authority, right? He definitely has the experience. He knows when his players are getting a bit antsy, you know, getting a bit sloppy, and he's trying to make sure that isn't a consistency in the game plan for Nouns.
Definitely an authority figure, coach. Definitely one who is very vocal. And he commands a lot of authority amongst his players, for sure. Long time NA legend. Sure. From 1.6 to go. It's been all over the block.
That he has. He's looking to get himself into another major, this time in the coaching role. That would be quite an addition to the career. Definitely show your versatility.
Yeah, for sure. He was an AWPer back on his time. Now definitely looking to bring it home. Eagle does spot out Zevi. Playing a dangerous game there, Jazz, but that's how Nouns operate. An A-side hit would be a ripe opportunity. There's only 2 players here. Even remotely in position. Zevi won't be able to be here. Getting in their utility. PKL will be burned off the perch.
For some smoke spam right now. Nothing connecting too crazy here. Molly gets sent in towards his position, so they're really going to start to scramble if they're not careful. They're able to pop a couple shots off, but he has to fall off.
20 seconds. Time's going to be an issue. PKL can't line up the double. It's instead 2 from Jazz. Skulls up top on Mustang, though, and the rotations did arrive. Was the biggest thing there. 3 kills coming from all 3 of the rotating players, and that will silence that round.
That's a really good defense right there. Again, it feels like on some occasions now it's kind of telegraphing some of the aggression that they're going for. They're giving some early warning signals to paiN, and they just seem to really read these rotations, especially when you take a look at the clock on some of these occasions. There's just not enough time really to go anywhere else. There's not enough time to reroute, so paiN, when it hits about 30 seconds, they know exactly when they need to strike and are able to capitalize accordingly.
Yeah, 3 rounds straight here, and Nouns finally at the bend the knee for an eco. Just a flash, 2 flashes, and a molly. Maybe trying for a bit of a hot play. All things said, they have been doing a decent job at taking utility out of the belts of paiN. Only 1 molly remaining for the paiN side. And so as this flash goes in, this could be a problem, but great spam in from Skulls. They have the setup here. They have Zevi on the site. They have 4 players ready to fire if any move is made, so it will be promptly dealt with. And just leaving Jazz. He had a monster game against Infinity. If there's any one player that stood out during that game, it would be him. But shut down, of course. Weight of the rifles rushing, and that will be paiN actually taking the lead here on Nuke. And Rata Feliz is Feliz.
He loves to really hype up the team. Right now, he's taking a more chill approach, right? We got him pacing yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, getting all antsy, all up.
He was running laps behind his troops, man.
You got his steps in. That's what you know, for sure. It's good to see, though.
It's great to see an enthusiastic coach, man. I love LAN and love seeing the personalities. Come on out.
Oh, yeah.
Outside aggression. This is a new look here from paiN. Big Azera ready to peek off PKL. And Jaspimp will be leading the charge. Big Azera inches ever closer. Smoke start to bloom. And PKL will be checked. And will go down, but it's Big Azera's double kill. That makes the difference. And now, moving back in towards lobby. B-Will's oh so low, and this is not the round Nouns wanted.
You can really appreciate that setup right there, right? It's just a perfect 1-2 punch, especially for the big shadow advantage that you get coming through at HE. Oh, yeah, it's going to finish off B-Wills. That's beautiful placement. And Hardzel just looking to really solidify things. If he can find one more kill, add a little bit of extra cash to the bank, that would be nice. But George does put him down there. Nice shot. Flashbang to force Zevi off the line. And we'll see if he can keep on clawing this one back. Do some economic damage on his way out.
Oh, playing some games with Zevi right now. And George is even positioning himself so he can't get killed by the flank. Only for the moment, though, as he swings out. Skulls will pick him up. paiN Gaming looking good. That's a really nice readjustment outside that we just saw.
It's a beautiful setup here. I mean, even just knowing that PKL likes to get upfront and personal like that and hard clearing. Even still, paiN Gaming have a contingency plan for that sort of information and that sort of familiarity in the playstyle, right? They stuck another player in towards the red box to play off the contact, and it's just a brilliant 1-2 punch.
Back down to Tech 9s for Nouns. Was that a wall shot? That is quite fiending. A whopping 22 damage, but I guess it'll do.
Take it. Anything that can give you an advantage is something you'll add to the tally. I mean, these Tech 9s are still scary in some of these Noun players' hands. Little mini split, it seems like it's in the cards, though.
That could work out. This could be very nice, as Jazz does actually slip by. bigAzera wants to clean up, though, and he'll get traded out 1-for-1. Pressure starts to get put on, but you see 3 players on this site. This is going to be a difficult one to break, unless they make their way down the vent. The thing is, B-Wills has a more difficult task on his hands. He will go down to PKL through the smoke, and I'm not sure if they even realize that's the bomb for paiN. 60, though. What a move. But it might not matter at the end of the day if everyone falls. 60 needs to get the bomb, and they know he went down the vents. He's making noise, and Skulls has got him dead to rights. 6 rounds straight for paiN. This is rock solid at the moment.
Yeah, we're losing out on some of the scariness in Nouns as well. These T sides, they've had chances to get close. Obviously, this round less so, given just the Tech 9s, but they've lost their grip on some of the potential bomb plants that they got in, the first couple of rounds or so, where they were getting close. They needed just an extra kill or an extra trade or an extra smoke to get the job done. Now we're kind of getting more systematic shutdowns coming through. Some good setups from paiN, and it's netting them a lot of success.
And whoa, but this time they're trying to change the tide. They're trying to double push up towards Trophy. George deals out a headshot before the trade comes through. Trying to change gears on this one, paiN. Dude likes speedy Counter-Strike. It's entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
Will it work, though, is the bigger question as they make their way outside. bigAzera, is he even going to spot the cross? He won't. He'll actually let them go down, and perhaps some questions for paiN.
Being answered, though, here. I mean, you can see Zevi's ready to meet them at the punch. Skull's the same way, and we know what these guys can do on the lower bomb site here, but they're starting to rotate off. They're starting to make their presence a little bit thin here, especially in this 4-on-4. That's a great kill, though, man. Skull's playing it to perfection, making sure that no one can bypass, and Biggie's walking in and finding a nice little trap set up here on the escape.
Cynic is making a bit of a lurking play, however. 40 seconds on the clock. Him and B-Wills together. But this thread angle? bigAzera could get timing here. And his barrel gets spotted. bigAzera surely is a dead man in just a moment's notice. They do have mollies to stop him. B-Wills is going to deal a headshot, but now it's Zevi out from Mini. And holding the proper angle. He does miss the shot, though. 20 seconds on the clock. Not much time to play with here. Cynic's going to make his way up the ladder and just go for the straight one-on-one fight with PKL. He'll win it, but Skulls is there to trade. Lucky he had that rotation behind him, but it doesn't matter. It's paiN with 7 in a row.
Just allowing nothing to go wrong right there. They're just constantly offering up these setups. They have perfect rotations here, and yeah, another timeout probably necessary here for Nouns to talk things over. Make sure that the game plan not falling as flat as it was. I mean, instant 4-on-4, but the follow-up there is so successful. paiN are always in their face. Skull specifically is rotating so perfectly, and that's probably a tricky thing for Nouns to deal with at the moment.
Zenfits is going to provide some solutions, hopefully, for Nouns. But 7 rounds in a row is no laughing matter. Some of them have gotten close. Some of them have gotten competitive. You've seen how Nouns have maintained their advantages and still been able to win gunfights for sure. But win rounds, you've seen paiN just so good on these rotations. You never get any breathing space in these. Nouns have to do what they can, but Skull's unreal. Instant headshot onto George. Fast secret rush coming down to try and react off the back of that, but there is going to be backup down here. Great molly, but they're just going to push past. They're already inside the vent. Skulls, and he'll get ran down by a Tech 9. This gets weird now for paiN.
They've got a molly cutting off fence as well, so Hardzal with pressures on his shoulders now as to whether he can hold or not. And again, they do have the utility. They do have more smokes to offer up, but Hardzal slips on by them.
He's going in, but he's out in the open. He could be peeked from so many angles. Hardzal, it's very, very difficult, very, very claustrophobic, but it'll still make do out with the kill. And now Zevi even jumps through the smoke, and he'll find laser beam. Down 3. Done. 8 rounds in a row for paiN.
Man, that is just a statement right there. paiN like to get stuck in on the defense. Even when it leaves them on an island, they know that help is on the way. What a brilliant smoke push as well. Zevi with a nice sequence. And man, paiN's dominance really starting to show on the server here. This is the paiN that we were getting in Melbourne. This is the one that we saw as challenger victors. And it's a good sign, because again, if they go up 2-1, they can really make a case to try and qualify.
Gold is playing an incredible game right now, 13-6, and he's always doing this on the opening duel. Shifting up his positioning. He was playing on towards the B ramp a lot of these earlier rounds. Now out towards the A site, being activated. Really cool to see from this player. I think Skulls as a player just never went utilized in South America. I think he had a great stint on Team 1, but now here on paiN.
Yeah, I would say his time on Team 1 was a bit lackluster compared to his time on paiN here. I don't know whether it's just a lot of experience growth and whatnot, but either way, it's been getting a lot of success here. Zevi in the right read, but he doesn't land this shot, at least the kill. George gonna get him with the molly on the fade off, and all of a sudden now it's looking to make a case for this round, but Skulls likes to be in their face all of the time.
Yeah, George low. Lucky to dodge out on that shot. PKL thinking about going down the vents. But the bomb is still in towards Hut. PKLs, you gotta get inquisitive as the smoke fades. He has a 2v1 in front of him, and he finds the kill on towards 60. There's no way he's gonna be ready for another player towards Hut, but no one joins the call here for Nouns, and up in towards Secret, a freebie found on the George. PKL goes for a double, and he almost gets away. He's done so much for this unit, and now Jazz is being closed in from multiple different angles. Bigazera is just going to go for the peak, and it's 9 rounds in a row from paiN, even when Nouns looked like they had a chance.
It's just a brilliant recovery right there. Now PKL starting to stomp his name into the server, and if you remember, Arctic, when they were playing off against them, I mean, it was PKL that led the pack there. He was having a hell of a nuke. And he's doing it once again in terms of the reads, the rotations, and then just to solidify that round of all things, to make sure that nothing can go wrong for paiN Gaming. It's a really promising sign for them. If they can get 12 in a row, I feel like that would put Nouns in the gutter.
That would be, I mean, the only rounds Nouns get is a pistol and some. I think a lot of these gun rounds haven't really been close, though, Cole. That's the biggest part. I mean, they've been 2v4s have turned into 1v1s, but, like, the overall strategy has just been paiN Gaming all the way.
Really has. They've been locking it down there. Individuals rising to the occasion. The two new guns, like we have been mentioning here, and hyping up the 2 picks that paiN have been able to gather. It's been Skulls, it's been Zevi so far, getting big multi-kills. Skulls has been finding so much injuries. on 122 ADR at the moment. Make that 23. It doesn't look to stop now. He throws the perfect utility. Look, they're locked out of this round. They have to wait these smokes out constantly.
You smoke in towards Squeaky as well. Skulls holding position. Nouns with no outside presence is not really going to draw any rotations away. They're just going to bleed out utility and go back to this late round execute they've been loving so much, but it hasn't been the greatest sort of results. We'll see if it can change. Instead, it's the Skulls with a double kill. Trades are in. PKL flash, but now not blind. There could be some problems, though. They get underneath Zevi, and PKL and Zevi go down at the same exact time. Now, best possible position they've been in is almost a double from Hard. But now, bomb getting planted. Molly off the mark. It's up to Big U in a 1v2 to keep this spree of rounds rolling. To put paiN in such a commanding position in this game. He finds the first, but traded out by B-Wills. It'll be Nouns finally breaking the deadlock.
Sends it back down the vents as well. It's a beautiful kill. Coming through from B-Wills to solidify things. And again, like I said, it would be backbreaking if Nouns had lost themselves 12 in a row. But they do find the momentum stopper after long last. And if they could string 2 in a row, think about that, what that would do to paiN Gaming's economy.
Yeah, that, paiN could be in some hot water if that's the case, if Nouns pick up this one. But they're not on a great purchase, all things said, so we'll see how that one works. Zevi going for the aggro peek, catches a molly, and actually has to dive down the vents. Doesn't want to be receiving spam through a smoke. Very weird round early.
Yeah, constantly looking to be in their face here. They've gone for a double opposite reaction to losing last round. Making sure that they don't repeat that. Oh, PKL looking to solidify that fact with a pick through the smoke. Taking down 60. Straight up.
We're going to finally come back to test ramp. I haven't actually gone to this man's site in ever. But this time he has a secondary AWP. B-Wills is not going to jump the gun. Hard's out just gets the post up once again. Flash goes in, but that won't blind him. So the swing is there, but 2 get past. Now this gets dicey for Hardzao, but he's able to snipe down Jazz, and Zevi has arrived, but he will fall at the end of the day. 2v4, George up close, instant headshot onto Big Yazera, but he needs help. He needs Cynic, and Cynic, well, he will come in with a trade. 22 HP in the 1v2. It's not pretty, but he needs to make it work.
He is the clutch man for this team, right? If there was ever a time to clutch up, it would be here and it would be now. But he's on 22 HP and he's got 15 seconds left. He's going to have to just barrel his way on in. Good news for him, though. He has a smoke. He could plant the bomb inside of it.
Just going for the open plant, though. Hardzao pops open the door, pops Cynic. He knew he can do that. Time is running so low that you just run out the planter and get the job done. So, happy days for paiN. They're right back on their feet, and it's back down to the dumps for Nouns.
Happy days for sure there. You can see it. But they're also keeping a nice bit of composure as well, right? They got their faces stone cold.
Rato Feliz, my man. Double op still rolling here for paiN. For a 10
healthy bit of nades.
Ooh, George. Hello. Goodbye. Skulls is going to keep farming them up. Jack's going to get the double kill with the MAC-10, but Big Yazera, the same. That's going to do it for the half. That's going to be 11-4. paiN Gaming going a 11-1 run to close this down. We'll bring it to a break to see at the conclusion of Nuke.
running out of what you wanna say. I've been looking for you, looking for you, looking for you. Take me down, leave me lost and found. Take me down,
Some technical difficulties here, but we've gotten back from the half. An 11-1 run for paiN Gaming, but they have to transition this one over to the T side. So first things first, Nouns, they need the good start, but they have gotten the good starts. They were down 14-1 against EG, and they actually got a couple rounds on that CT side against them. So who's to say they can't do it versus paiN with only 4? Cole, any thoughts?
Yeah, they can pull this one back for sure. Again, you get the Zonix Law in full effect right now, right?
Sure.
4-11 scoreline. You're able to get a bit of a momentum stopper, although I will say the string that paiN Gaming, in terms of the round conversions in a row, is what's most scary about this current scoreline, right? It's maybe not necessarily the deficit that Nouns are in, but the way that paiN were able to systematically shut things down in the first half.
So kicking this one off towards the pistol, we have 60 top a hut, and we have a little bit of a lobby grouping here for paiN. It could quickly turn either way, however, as they will begin with some pressure on towards the ramp, but a molly towards the back of the site. No molly towards top of hut, however, so these dual Berettas can start to ring out. It's only for the 1, though, and that's actually 3 for paiN going back. No smoking for many, so very dangerous prospect as they do try to plant, but Cynic not trying to bite on it. Instead, it'll be George to strike first. Now Cynic makes his moves. He gets the spot onto the player inside of Squeaky, and then George swings out. He gets his second. 1v2 here for Big Yazera. He has the USP. His opponents do not have kits, and the bomb is planted for him. Big Yazera feeling the pressure now, though, off of the back of that fake tap, and he pushes out, and George is waiting for him. Excellently done. Just denied the clutch. A pistol round for Nouns.
A necessary pistol as well, right? That's the key to coming back into a scoreline like this, is making sure that you're able to capitalize. You're able to convert off the pistol, get those CT side rounds rolling as soon as possible. And with that clutch, that clawback, Nouns have just given themselves that gift.
And the CT side is where they do their best work. It's where they play their in-their-face Counter-Strike, you're going to see a lot of lobby pushes, outside aggression. paiN Gaming won't be able to sit in their chairs straight until they take out these thorns in their sides. So we'll get to see a bit of that style, but for now, paiN, off the back of the plant, they're not going to force buy. They have a heavy round lead. Why not just take a step back, maybe get some financial damage, and get some cool guns in your hands? That might work out.
Yeah, they can kind of afford that reserved nature in the purchases, right? Just given the current scoreline. They are rocking with a pretty big lead at the moment. So if you go for some pop shots here, you don't really want to test these deagles too often, do you, if you're Nouns?
You saw Biggie, right?
You know, eventually, one of the headshots is going to ring on out.
Big Azera definitely gave him a lesson on that side. But Jaspin, gosh, I'm just swinging these pistols. I've always feel so nervous. But Jaspimp is dealing with them one by one. Not a huge problem. He just keeps going. Okay, make it 3. FAMAS at that range. Yeah, I guess make it 4. Want the ace tippy tap and he'll get all 5. Jaspimp. Wide swinging every angle.
That is a work of art right there. Beautiful stuff coming through from Jaspimp. Again, I was saying surely one of these deagles is going to rain on out, but Jaspimp tested all 5 of them, and they turned out faulty.
Oh, boy. That was a show put on there by Jazz. To kick things off, and, well, for the bonus, he's going to need to be just as precise. Guns out for paiN. Nade stack on the
back silo.
Wow, that's nifty.
It's going to be a lot of unconfirmed damage, but they could soon realize if they're able to get a couple of isolated duels here and there, that just like that, well, then they can really capitalize off of that. And with that 4-on-5 aggression and the massive HP deficit and the lacking weaponry, Nouns, you can only imagine, going to have to go on some sort of aggro elsewhere on the map.
It's where they thrive, man. You can't stop them in these 4v5s. And with George down inside a secret, it could be a great position. Flashes in. Big Sarah is ready, though. Instant flick back around. Instant headshot to George. They're down secret. And they're off to the B site. Only 60 can stop them. And movement not quite in his favor. Slips off the ledge. Cynic alone. And it's a flawless one for paiN.
Yeah, flawless gun round's a bit scary right there, man. You were really hoping to avoid that reality, right? If you could have got a bonus again, another one of those keys and pulling back the old Zonic Slaw comeback. But the systematic domination, once the rifles come back out, is still there. paiN Gaming on the gun round so far have only bled a singular round. I mean, this scoreline is 6-12, and that's with the fact that Nouns have grabbed both pistols.
Yeah, and this is... They're not even going for a force buy here, a gun round or anything. It's just going to be a straight lobby crunch, and it's going to be a train wreck inside of it. Jaspin arms himself with an AK, though, and that makes himself a double kill and a 2 versus 2. Zevi on the flank, and Jaspin seems super aware of this. So does B-Wills. They're both checking their backs right now. Zevi will swing out, though, and hit the instant headshot. B-Wills, however, tries to swing in, but Zevi all aware. Dealing with these deagles, and it's paiN now up to 13.
If that wasn't for Zevi right there, if there's maybe a more forward positioning for B-Wills, if he was able to sneak his way out the hut, man, paiN Gaming could have been in for a world of hurt, but they recovered the round nonetheless. They finished the job, and now they're up to 13 here. They're extending this lead even further and further, getting closer to that 16 mark here. And this could be one of Nouns' last opportunities to get a real good investment in.
So, jumping out, Skulls, the heaviest hitter, will thud his way down in toward the vents. And just a rain of gunfire opening up inside of lobby. I think paiN know a thing or two about Nouns' tendencies. Looking to pop out towards ramp, though. It's Skulls has just opened up. He went underneath the site and took down Cynic. And that round is blown wide open here. I don't think there's any contest Nouns can put up.
Perfect little chaotic bait and switch right there coming through from paiN. It throws a little bit of aim off from George as well, man. And again, like you said, this round's blown up in their faces here. I think a tough call ahead for Nouns all ready to make the save call in, and they are really trusting in their ability to pull through with these gun rounds because it's going to be 14 now locked in for paiN, and it looked relatively easy. Again, these gun rounds have been near flawless.
How did Skulls even get there, though, is the biggest question, Cole. He just ran up through the B site. He went down the vents. We saw that at the start of the round.
He instantly went single door, opened it up. And I think they didn't call that over.
That's why they were spamming all of lobby.
Oh, the sound cue, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is genius, man. Oh.
That's why I heard the rain of gunfire. I'm like, haha, they're spamming everything because Nouns like to play aggressive. No, it's because he opened up the single door to obscure the audio, and that is going to lead to paiN getting an overwhelmingly easy round, and Nouns are on their last legs.
And honestly, if you remember that Arctic match when they were playing out on Nuke, they were finding quite a bit of spam damage, you know, shooting towards the back of Tetris, shooting towards the back of Mini from lobby. And honestly, it was a good idea. It netted them a lot of early damage for paiN. Right there, they add an extra element, right? That lurk down towards the vents, and that's the final nail in the coffin. A tough pill for Nouns to swallow here. But they do have at least another chance at a gun round, and they're making good use of it here. That's the key. An opening pick from George found.
Finally, just kind of taking a step ahead. George, typically the one player of Nouns that consistently is able to get activated. That's a start, but 14-6 is a tough scoreline to climb all the way back from.
Right now, it's Jazzpimp leading the pack here. Not kind of an unusual suspect. And when we talked about this matchup, we talked about 60 being able to change the tides. Right now, he is currently at the bottom of the charts, and that's problematic here. He's going to need to activate on the CT side if they want a chance to pull this back. This deficit is digging deep.
At the same time, paiN Gaming have definitely proven themselves as a formidable opponent compared to yesterday. Specifically, Skulls has been having an excellent game. Hasn't been wild kills. It's been all part of the plan here for paiN. Now, as they try to leap out, they try to dig themselves out of this situation. They're struggling to get down the vents, though. That's a problem. 2 kills to come back, but not sure Hard is going to stay alive for much longer. It leaves Zevi in a 1 versus... Oh boy, now 1, and George is on the opposite side of the map. He's down on the lower site, and he's just hoping and praying Zevi's coming his way. Oh, but Zevi very much is. George is lying in wait. Thanks for the kill. But boy, did that get close.
Man, given the perfect utility countering the squeaky push rate that coming through from Nouns, I don't think that had any business being that close, but paiN Gaming are making no round easy, and again, George is thinking his lucky stars that Zevi elected to go down the vents, because otherwise, you can only imagine the world that Zevi had to work with if he planted on that upper bomb site. Could have been a disaster, but Nouns avoid it narrowly.
And so... they're gonna need to get these rounds a little bit cleaner, but we're seeing a faster pace out of paiN. PKL's already down inside of Mini, but B-Wills here's the drop. Snaps on over, takes down PKL, and still is posing problems. Nouns, though, 1 kill is not enough. They need to get more, and B-Wills will answer that call. Snags a second through the smoke. 60 inside of Hut. Nouns want to keep pressing their advantage here.
They very well could. This could be the tidy round that we're talking about, and that Nouns need at the moment. A 3-on-5 here, a great position to be in. They just need to capitalize off of it, and that's easier said than done. Skull's still in the server, Big U still in the server, and they test him. He passes.
They've overtaken lobby, and now they're wrapping back around. Wait, they're just outside of Squeaky. Oh no, Hard's out. Chance, but no. He doesn't want to peek off the reload. Hesitation, and 60's going to be given a gift. The bomb. There's still Skulls actually inside of the site, though. 60 gets blindsided. Big Zera gets another, and this is turned south. But Jasmine, surely that kill's given. Big Zera does go down, but just barely, and now it leaves the heavy hitter, the young man Skulls, a 1 versus 2.
It would be a fitting time to clutch and a fitting man to do it as well. He gets the numbers punched in, but they're hot on his heels. Opening up the double door here. He's going to hold the angle. Oh, and Jazz Pimp swings for the fences. He's going to finish the job and bail Nouns out once again.
Nicely done. Quick double swing in there from the Nouns, not letting him able to reestablish his... Playing a very pacey game. It almost gets out of their own hands. If Zera didn't jump for a second time there, Cole, and got cover behind the box, of course, he didn't know where exactly he was getting shot from, but that round almost got very, very weird. It's still not clean, and it's still not the round Nouns really need to start this comeback.
I mean, the fact is that was a 5-on-3, right? And when you got a 5-on-3, you want to make sure that it remains, 3, 4, 5 alive. That just wasn't the case. Hard cell, they're exploding on this inner bomb site here. Cynic lets one pass. They don't even realize, and they've traded him out already. 60's in no man's land, sitting inside of his own smoke, trying to bail out, but no luck. He gets traded, and this could be the round confirmed. Finally, after long last, paiN getting their way into a bomb site with a man advantage.
Yep, and since these rounds haven't been clean for now, it's time to pack your bags and get out of Dodge. But honestly, this game has just been a proving point for paiN that, yeah, they are very much here to play. Maybe not Brazil's number 2. Okay, maybe a little too early to call that, but definitely formidable. That team that definitely won Challenger Series Melbourne.
I mean, if they can close this map out, they'll definitely be there, right? They'll be, well, granted, one of the only teams to be available for that 2-on-1 spot, but one of the better Brazilian teams to actually get to that realm. So, again, paiN looking to really make a case for themselves as to getting that position, and now they're just one round off of it. And like you said, Nouns had to bail out of that round given the closeness and nature of these last couple. They have a really shoddy bye.
This is likely to be the end of the line. If there's any place to end it here for paiN, the time is now. 15-8. And they have kept Nouns down and out. T-side struggled. I think that is expected from Nouns. Even Semphis, the coach, mirrors that sentiment that their T-sides on this map, they're not great. But the CT side in particular just has not been able to gain the same ground it was able to against EG. Remarkable here from paiN. 26 kills for Skulls. Again, not wild kills. Not insane multi-frags. He's just a great part of the plan. He's a great piece that's been working so well here for paiN in this. And as they head outside, that man will strike again. 27 for the lad.
You gotta see this guy's opening kills right now, man. He's doing it nearly every round. That's what's so key, right? It's not necessarily anything too flashy, but it's consistent openers here. 60's gonna turn the corner into 4, and 5-on-3 doesn't get much easier than this here for paiN to close.
Oh boy, it's gonna take some desperation. Cynic is inside of the vents. PKL is watching said vents. Typically, this goes one way. Typically.
With the deagle as well, right? You're not getting around that corner.
Oh, and even Skulls is running around lobby. This Poltergeist, it's just Cynic. He gets an AK. Drops down the vents. Gets his one, but that might be his last. 16-8 looking likely as paiN Gaming show the form that we've all expected them to have here in Stockholm. Their road to Rio might just be starting right here, right now. They are 2-1, a single best of 3 away from qualifying to Rio.
It's textbook as well, right? Skull's coming into form here on Nuke. Zevi landing the shots that he needs to. I mean, again, the 2 new guns showing up in a big way. Even PKL calling up a storm, and all things considered,